Hey Leo, it's Empress Rose and welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch your particular story or your energy wave on this reading, go ahead and check your other major placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So check those, see if you can't find something useful there that resonates more. Also, I'm available for personal readings, so the email is listed down below. And you can just contact me and I'll send you the info and how to do that. So these are all pre-shuffled very thoroughly, and I'm prepared. All right, prepared as in like saged and prayed and all that stuff. So, all right, Leo, we are grateful for the accurate message we are about to receive. All right. Oh, that one. Well, what's the most useful, accurate message for Leos this week? Starting with the Mystical Oracle Mystical Moments deck for a general sort of intuitive vibe of where we're going with this. Okay, that's a lot. I got two, and I was like, I want more. No, no. Okay, we're gonna take these as our main ones. We have Red Garden. This is you are blooming, but there's something clouding your vision. There's some way in which you're not seeing very clearly. Maybe some rose-colored glasses. You have an idea, you're not sharing it, and you've actually grown in a way that's not obvious to others in kind of a secret way. You kind of have a secret growth or a secret, something that's very private to you, and it's an idea you have or some way that you've grown. It might have to do with sexuality, and because it's, you know, where her hand is and where the flower is coming from. So but this can also have to deal with just not seeing. There's something about your past that it relates to this sort of, and this is kind of, you know, this flower right here is the kind of flower where a bee has to get super curious and get all up in there. And this flower, what you're saying, what you're talking about, what you're showing to everybody is really big and obvious, but you have this like more subtle thing that's going on here for you. So there's some subtlety in how you are right now. We also have the perfect key. So this is about opening something, opening up your heart that's been caged very clearly, or being able to open someone else up, having the perfect key to solve your problem, to solve things, to bring a solution in for whatever you're dealing with. And it does have to deal with some heart space and some sort of love, some sort of relationship. You know, I've gotten this card before when it's been like a tricky relationship, and it's just was here to let me know I'm going to be able to figure out the right thing to say or the right way to move this relationship from something more contentious to something more peaceful and supportive. I mean, I'm not going to be able to change the person completely, but which was what was called for. I mean, they are who they are, basically, and I'm not going to be able to change them, but I am going to be able to change the dynamic and so this is a reminder saying that you have a solution to the problem or it's coming into you. You will figure it out, and you might figure it out on the fly. And then these other cards that I asked for and then got and now don't want anymore. Oh my God, look at this though. We have Butterfly Garden. We have the same flower here, the exact same flower, and you are fascinated by it. This is about transformation. The way you see something has transformed and changed quite a bit, and you're very fascinated by it. It's a close observation. It has something to do with fascination, with sort of being a scientist of your own self, being a scientist of your own mind, being a scientist of whatever sort of private rumblings we have going on here that we're definitely not sharing and are definitely locked away. Oh my gosh. This is so, it just gave me basically the same fucking cards, but different sort of configurations of them. So we have this locked away, keys, being on the threshold, same cage here. Same cage. We've got a heart. We've got a heart. You are free. You're basically functionally already free, or already have what you need. You already have what you need. You may not realize it yet because you've got the key. You've got the key in your hand right here to unlock your heart. Your cage door right here is already open. Okay. Oh my God, this is this is really cool. Okay, so here we have secrets. We have something needing to be unlocked. Well, does it need to be unlocked? I don't know. It's hers. It's her secret. She's got keys here. She's ready to open it. She can open it when she wants, but she's taking her own sweet time. It's going to be on her terms and the way she wants to talk about it, with the way she wants to reveal it. Here you're a little bit closer. You've actually got the key actually in your hand, and you're actually going to be able to open up something, some part of yourself, some part of your heart, some part of the situation. You have what you need now. You didn't, now you do, and now your cage is unlocked, and you're functionally free, or you're functionally free to go. You're functionally there. You just have to shift something. You're a little like Shawshanked in your mind here. You have to shift something in order to see that you're free. So we have this whole movement from, from holding on to a secret and not being ready to open it, but knowing you have the means to do it, to actually possessing the means to open up the secret, and to or the thing that you have locked away, whatever you've got locked away. It could be a secret. It says secret, but it could be a secret. It could be an idea. It could be a vision for something. It could just be like a part of yourself. I'm really seeing a lot of part of yourself that you haven't been wanting to open up about, but you have gone through this whole process, and now you are basically, or you will be. So in the past, you didn't want to talk about it. Currently, you have the key. You are going to be opening this, and you will be free. And it might take a little mental change up here in order for you to understand that you're free, and understand that this dream is available to you, and this thing that you've wanted, thought about for a long time, wanted, you can actually go forward, and you are actually free. Now, in this other set, I'm so fascinated by what has happened here. You have transformed. You are the butterfly. I mean, we've got butterflies here, and we've got the same flower in two of these. So this is about transforming to be a little more protective of yourself, maybe a little more protective of your time, maybe a little more protective of who you are, of your secrets and what you're sharing, and what you are going to share. This card is talking about communication and transformation. So something maybe in how you're communicating, what you're communicating, it's transforming and changing. You've got these thorns here, but that's good. That means that you are more free to bloom, more free to change and grow, because you have a means of self-protection. You're going to be able to protect yourself. It's just part of who you are now, and that this has allowed you some freedom to bloom and to grow. We have this butterfly here. We have the caterpillar. The caterpillar went into the cocoon. The caterpillar turned into goo, and the caterpillar is now a butterfly. So this whole process, I'm sure you're familiar with it. The caterpillar becomes absolutely, it just breaks down into like a molecular goo, and it's nothing. It's not like it replaces this leg with a wing and then this leg with a wing. It's not an organized process. It's complete breakdown, completely disorganized. Here we have this butterfly here. This same butterfly is part of who you are now, and it's changed part of how you see the world, and you've changed how you see the world, you've changed how your mind works, and you're absolutely fascinated by this process. And you're fascinated by this thing that you've grown, and here you are, you're the garden, and you're fascinated, I think, a little bit by yourself and by your growth. It's so fascinating that there are two incredibly clear stories. One is about, and I was just overwhelmed by these cards, but it's so interesting. We have this thing that you're unlocking, and this freedom that's going to be yours. Liberty is where we're going, and you are unlocking it right now. Even as we speak, you're unlocking some part of yourself, and you will have this sense of freedom. And you're also growing, you're changing, you're growing, you're moving. I mean, this is just such a complete transformation from locked away to freedom, and from maybe you're looking back on some past transformations. And this whole butterfly journey, flower growth journey here too is very fascinating. I'm fascinated by it. I hope you are too. We're going to move to Moonology. Now, Moonology, I would appreciate just one card. I mean, unless you're going to do something clever like that, because that's amazing. It's really cool. All right, Moonology, what do we have for our dear Leos? Thank you. One card. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So this does have to do with work. This has to do with money. This has to do with physicality. You're starting a new cycle, and it's really good. You might be unlocking a very lucrative or very, I want to say, productive work time, job, or something like that. So prosperity lies ahead. You're going to have an abundance of whatever it is you're needing. And then we're going to move to this what is it called? Ethereal Visions. The box is upside down and really far away. The Santa Muerte deck just was like, I'm tired, I want to go to bed. It was very clear. I picked it up and I felt so weird. I was like, oh, wow. No. So we've moved on to these Ethereal Visions deck. I think that just the messages, I loved the messages. I loved that deck so much, but the messages just were done. It just didn't want to talk about them anymore. Maybe I didn't want to talk about those messages. So this deck is adheres very closely to the Rider-Waite deck. All right, I've already shuffled these. I'm just nervously shuffling and chatting while we go. Okay, for Leo, this is your past, this is your present, this is your inner landscape, this is what's at issue, this is your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. I don't take reversals, and I got this card all funky by shuffling it funky. Okay, in your recent past, we have the Seven of Wands. I think this is our thorns. We needed to defend ourselves, defend our vision. We were put in a situation where, I mean, I prefer to like have us take responsibility for our situations that we get in, but we're put in a situation here where we had to defend ourselves. We felt backed into a corner, and we were in a very defensive position. We felt outnumbered. We felt very like a lot was at stake here, and we had to fight like hell, and we had to defend ourselves and defend who we were and defend where we were standing and defend our land. We had to be a little bit thorny. In our present situation, we have a Knight of Cups. This could be you. This could be somebody else. It's not clear in this particular position here. It's probably a person. Knight of Cups is very good at emotions, emotional offering. Something deeply emotional is being offered here. Love is being offered. There's... I didn't see that in any of these other cards, but love is being offered. You have someone, a person, coming in and offering you something. They're offering you love, and very romantic card, very beautiful. I mean, whether this knight is good at anything else, we don't know. The knight is good at one thing. They have their quest, they have their journey, they have the thing they're fighting for. And this knight is about emotions, love, feelings. I mean, this could just be feelings, like someone coming in with a lot of feelings, and they might be pretty good at feelings, pretty good at handling feelings. That's their mission. They have a mission of feelings. They're on a quest about feelings. So there's somebody that's all about feelings, and they're pretty focused on it right now. And it could be you or somebody in your environment. This is you. This is your internal landscape. This is the Two of Cups. So that's what I don't necessarily see over here. But this is what you have inside of you, is this sharing, this healing, the healing balm. And look, there you are, the lion. And it's this healing balm of sharing, of being with someone and sharing emotions and sharing feelings. So you have someone that's come in, and your internal landscape is all about sharing these feelings, this union, this this strength of two being one, the strength of this relationship. You find a lot of strength in sharing, and sharing of emotions, and sharing of feelings, and an emotional journey, an emotional situation. You're finding your strength there, and your truth has to do with the sharing of emotions, and who you are has to do with that. So funny, because in these other cards I just see you fascinated by your own growth, you looking to unlock things. And maybe this is what you want. You want this deep sharing. You want to unlock this. And this is saying you are on a journey to unlock it. You will unlock it, but once it is unlocked, you have to unlock this. This is the emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. So this has to do with love, I think. I think you want this, and you want to unlock that. But that's what you really want, is this deep emotional sharing. At issue, we have this high priestess, but we take her in the reverse. So the high priestess has to do with not seeing clearly, not seeing the future, not seeing the point, not seeing a lot. It's a very spiritual card, and this card is typically a call to be more process-oriented rather than results-oriented. This is the tarot saying, I don't want to tell you what the answer is, because right now, where you need to be is about figuring out what the answer is. It doesn't want to give you the key to open this up. It wants you to find the key. It's not going to share. But we're taking this in the reversal. So this might be someone intentionally hiding something from you. You're craving this union, but why are you craving this union? It's because you don't have it. And this is someone possibly intentionally withholding information, wanting to keep you in the dark. But you are in the dark, whether this is upright or reversal. This could be things being revealed, though. You have been in the dark, but things are coming to light. Things are becoming revealed. You've already been through some sort of journey, some sort of process to unlock something, some sort of process to transform and grow. And this could be saying, like, okay, you already did this process. You went on this journey. You went on this quest for emotional maturity. You stood your ground. You went on this quest for emotional maturity. And now we're revealing things. Now it is time for you to understand. You completed this quest. And now the spirit wants to reveal what it was all about. But why would that be holding back this process? Why would that be at issue? Maybe it is this sort of, Shawshank moment of your prisons in your mind. Like, it's being revealed. This spiritual connection or spiritual thing is being opened, and you're functionally free, but you're not seeing it. You're not able to accept that. In your environment, you have the Hierophant. So you have spiritual guidance in your environment. You have someone that knows, that is here to sort of mentor you. This is something in your environment is bringing you in touch with some spirituality, maybe bringing you back to some sort of or into some sort of organized religion. There's a lot of spirituality and religion and beliefs and communicating with God, communicating with your ancestors, communicating. There's a lot of spiritual communication going on in your environment. There's something here that is trying to communicate with you, and and bring peace to you and help you feel at ease. And for some people, they're going to find that in organized religion, and other people are going to find that in some variation of spiritual practice, which may have its foundations. Like I'm seeing a monk in meditation here. So not seeing the world, but seeing within. And so there's something in your environment that's showing you how to do that, that's bringing you towards that a more spiritual connection, however you find that. And inner work, and doing that inner work. So it could be a mentor of some kind, therapist or something like that. So your to-do list, the energy you're being called into is Queen of Swords. But what I like about Queen of Swords is that we also have the same little bird over here on your other shoulders. So you have like a message or an idea that's very close to you, or a message coming in, or something you want to say. So the Queen of Swords is about communication and thought. She can be a little bitchy. She can be a little unfair. But this is about standing your ground still, about staking your claim, your truth, whether other people like it or not. This is about communicating your truth and having a lot of clarity. She can be a little unfair. She can be a little aggressive with her clarity, but she may not be able to see. I don't think you're being called to see the whole situation or to see everybody's side, or I think you're being called into your truth and what your side is and what your perspective is. She's very focused on her ground, her sword. Now, the King of Swords is trying to balance the whole situation and see it all clearly. I think this is asking you just to see and communicate your particular situation clearly. Because you do have a lot of clarity, and you have been very fascinated and focused with your ideas and with what's on your mind. And I think that this is saying, like, it's definitely, you need to focus on your truth, not necessarily balancing everybody's truths and everybody's stories, but what are you seeing? What are you observing? What are you thinking? So you need to come into some sort of understanding of what you're thinking. It may be not time to communicate that yet. That time is coming, because we have this bird. This bird stays with you, and then at some point this bird needs to fly free. But you're moving towards that. You're not necessarily there yet. I think there's still more to be revealed. There's still more to understand. And I think this is about you being very focused on what you think and what you believe, which isn't necessarily where we want everyone to be all the time, but this is a specific time where you're being called to that in a very spiritual way, getting in touch with how you perceive a situation and what your truth is. And that's not a lie, isn't your truth. Like, is it true? What are you experiencing? What are you thinking? And so getting really closely in touch with what you're thinking and paying close attention to your thoughts. You need to pay very close attention to your thoughts. They may be a little clouded. Possible outcomes, so this comes as a warning. At some point you do need to externalize you do need to talk about it. You do need to become clear. Without doing that, we get our nightmare card. So we get our anxiety, depression, our imagination running away with us. This is creating a difficult situation only in our head and just being stuck in our head. So this is about communicating your truth. If you do not do that, then you internalize your grief, you internalize your sadness, you stay caged, you stay in this cage. And it's a nightmare for you. It's anxiety, it's depression. It's so that's a warning that you need to be allowing things to be revealed, allowing yourself to see things more clearly, and communicating that very clearly. What is yours to communicate? What is your story? What is your understanding? You need to be listening to your spiritual teachers, to your guides. I think maybe this bird could be this guide here with you throughout this whole process, helping you to to see things and observe things closely. You're observing things very closely. You're changing, you're transforming, you're unlocking things. But you know, make sure when it's open, you take that opening. Don't get trapped in here, inside your mind, inside your head. Talk about it. Talk about it. And then I think this prosperity lies ahead. We're not seeing any other pentacles. So I think this is possibly about, you can be successful. You can be successful in opening this up. You can be successful in freeing your own perceptions, and you can be successful in this process where you're going from this defensive space into your getting clear with someone and getting clear and having that truth. So I think that the prosperity is that you can thrive. You are going to grow. You are going to thrive through this process, but you do have to get clear with yourself. And understand that that this freedom is coming, and don't get stuck in here. This is internalized conflict. You don't want to, it's saying you need to talk about it. You need to talk about it and don't internalize it, because this is it's going to be a nightmare. Yeah. All right, Leo, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your comments and likes. It makes me very happy and thrills me a little bit, so I appreciate that. And also it helps this channel grow and helps other people find this channel and maybe find some messages that are useful for them as well. And so that's pretty cool too. So I hope you have a wonderful week.